we can go from regular doors to ones with built-in circulation spaces, which we need to keep in mind for when we're designing accessible buildings. It's pretty easy to get set up, so let's get started. So to begin, we'll want to start with our standard ArchiCAD door. So if we go to the door tool and go into our settings, if we go into, say, ArchiCAD library and then down to doors, and let's say we go to hinge door and say door 26. We'll go OK and place it in our wall, just like that. At the moment, nothing's showing. To get our circulation spaces to actually show up on the doors, we'll need to go up to Document, then go to Model View, and then go to Model View Options. Within the model view that you've got turned on, so this one here is on Standard, if we go over to the right-hand side, we'll want to go down to the bottom, this one just here, and we'll want to click on Miscellaneous Settings, and click on Minimal Space of Door and Object. We'll click on this one, and then we'll click OK. Hey, there we go. Now, to get it to the color scheme that I've got here set at the moment, we'll want to go back into Document. We'll go back to our Model View Options. For me, my preference is to have these set to 25% with a pretty neutral color. So I'll go through it. So for the line, I have a small dash, which is dashed around the outside. Then for the actual fill itself, I'll just go to 25%, and I'll select a color. And then I'll want to make sure that it's set as transparent for the color just below. With this, we've now got a circulation space that's semi-transparent. The cool thing about circulation space is when you select the door, you'll typically need to select it along each of these nodes. But when you've got a circulation space on, you can actually select it directly from the circulation space itself. So if we take this and we click and drag this one on over to the wall, we can accurately offset the door from where it needs to be. The way that we set up the minimum circulation space around the door is we just go to our settings, and inside we'll click on the hinge door settings and scroll on down just until we get to minimal space. So a bit of a different naming convention from minimal space to circulation space, but we'll see where this comes in handy in a second. So this is our door, and these are the different parameters around our door. Now in Australia, to make sure that we've got sufficient space so it complies with the relevant Australian standard, I'll click and drag this one in just for example. So this is Australian standard 1428.1. It's a bit of an older one, but it'll do for the case for this example. I'll scroll this in. Now, the bit of a tricky thing in ArchiCAD is that it's flipped from what the orientation to what the standard is, but we can still make it so that we match up the spaces that are mentioned in here with the spaces mentioned in the standard. We'll want to do this for both sides of the door. So to give a practical example, let's just minimize out of this and we'll just go OK. I've just pasted in some examples of the path of travel for a couple of the different doors. One of the simpler ones here, just to give an example, if we scroll on to the standard just here, and I'll scroll in just so we can get these, just so we can get this information just here. So this door just here is a front approach door. So if we want to make sure that this door here has the correct parameters, we'll go into our settings. We'll see where the actual door leaf just here is facing. And I've found this to be one of the easier ways to figure it out. So this here, well, actually on this one it doesn't show it. So let me just scroll up to one other quick little example. Here we go, this is better. So we've got the front approach coming from this way. So it's coming down. So if we want to fill in this parameter just here, where it's coming down, and we've got the door leaf just here, let's fill in this dimension just here. So this one here, where the leaf is going to be WH. So this one just here. And the WH is 110. So if we type in 110, and then we'll go to our next one, which is WL. So that's 530, 530. And then say our length, this one just here, which is going to be 1450. Now all of this has to be relevant to the actual door dimension itself. So let's say we've got our door just here, which is 920. We'd want to be typing in the relevant dimensions for that door size. So for this front approach, it's not a big deal, but if we say go to a side approach, it's going to start changing the dimensions that we need. But this is why I wanted to start off with the front approach, because it's a bit simpler. So we've got it approaching from this way. You might be thinking, all right, let's just type in the same dimensions just down here. But because we're approaching it from a different path, we're going to have to go to the other example that we just had before. So we'll scroll on just back up to here, back to the front approach. So this one will be our approach coming up at the door. So we've got WL, this one just here, which is going to be 510, which is on this side of the door just here. So we're going to type in 510 and 0 for our WH, this one just here. And for our length, we also need 1450. 1450. I'll just double check our front approach for our other one. WH, WH, WH. Yep, we're all good. 110. WL, WL 530. and it's on that side of the door, WL, WL, yep, all right, that looks like it all ticks the boxes. So from here, I can just go okay, and there we go. The cool thing about this is that once you've got it actually set up, if we take the parameters, say from this door by using the eyedropper tool, and then injecting them into this door just here, we can change the circulation space for the actual door itself in just one click. Pretty cool stuff. Now, these other elements that I've got here at the moment are more visual, just to give us an idea of which direction of path that we're taking, as well as a visual on the person, just so we can see how they're entering into the space. I'll go ahead and delete this one. The cool thing in ArchiCAD is that once we've got this set up, if we go into, say, the door settings and we go into the favorites, we can save this so that it's set up so that we don't have to redo it every single time. So I've already got, say, this front approach door just here. So if I double click this one, go okay. Yep, that's going to be the same as what we just had before. But let's say I want to save this side approach one. Let's go into our door settings and we'll add a favorite. Naming conventions might be a bit tricky for this, just to delineate between the different doors, decide which one's which. But if we go side approach access door, and then I'll put some arrows in. So I'll put one arrow in like that and one arrow in like that, and we'll go okay. There we go. So now if I go okay, if I select this door and then go just into this panel here, and then I change it to a side access approach and double click, then all of a sudden I don't have to go through that entire process again. So once you already have these set up, it can save you so much time in the future. Now, if you'd like this ArchiCAD file or any of my other tutorial files, they're now available on the free trial over on the Patreon. There are limited spots. It's a space where I can look after a small group, creating and sharing custom resources and assets. But if you're just keen for more tips and tricks, you'll want to check out this video just over here.